Hey everyone, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am in a new setting at work and I'm going to be filming a work with me video. I've been asked to film this since I started this job a year and a half ago, and I think this is one of the first shifts where I'm actually here alone for most of my shift, so I feel comfortable filming. My coworkers, and they're my friends, they're very supportive of my YouTube and they do not care if I film, but I still feel uncomfortable filming in front of people. So I have actually been here about an hour. I work a 9 to 5 shift today. I got here at 9 and I spent the first hour taking out all the trash and just cleaning because our new janitor does not start until Monday. Today's Saturday. I just did the trash and everything because all of the trash cans were full. Made some coffee, I made a latte, and I also ate my breakfast because I was hungry. So after doing that, I am now sitting here and I'm about to do all of my morning stuff or daily stuff that we are supposed to be doing every single morning when we come in. I do not normally work opening shifts like this because I am a part-timer. So to give you guys a little bit of information about my job, because I get asked all the time, I do want to say a disclaimer. Every single library is going to be different. Every single library is going to have different requirements for working there. Everywhere is different, so my experiences may not be the same as your experiences. Like I said, I've been working here for a year and a half. I am part-time. I work 29 hours a week. I am not allowed to work more than 29 hours a week. It has to be 29 exactly. And the reason I'm working today is because it's the Saturday after Christmas and before New Year's. So every single one of my coworkers is on vacation but me. So I am working a shift that typically a full-timer would work because I am covering shifts for them. So that is why I'm working 9 to 5 on Saturday. Normally I work 12 to 5 on Saturdays and then the full-timer would be here with me. But somebody else is coming in to fill in that would take my position shift-wise today. So I'm here alone until 1 when the other person comes in from a different library to help out. So information on how I got this job. I do not have a college degree. I just have a high school degree. I dropped out of college twice. I went to veterinary technology school and I dropped out with 1 semester left because I knew I didn't want to be a vet tech anymore. And then I went to art school and had to drop out because I couldn't afford it. And I got very lucky to be able to get my dream job working at a library. I have been wanting to work at a library since I was a little kid. I actually grew up going to these libraries that are in this library system, so I already knew quite a lot about the library system in general. But I just have a high school degree and I did not have to have any type of experience or degree to get my job. I am considered a library assistant or a library clerk. Legality-wise, you are not allowed to call yourself a librarian unless you have a master's degree in library science. I do not have a master's degree. My coworker has a master's degree and me and her work the same job every single day, so I personally don't feel the need to get myself a degree because I would only get paid like a couple dollars more, which is just personally not worth it for me. You do get paid more, and having a master's degree, you can obviously have more opportunities to get better jobs. I don't have that though, so I could never like work up into management, I don't think, because I don't have a degree. I'm not sure, but that's how I got the job. I just had an interview. I did well in my interview and I beat out like 50 people to get this job, which I felt good hearing that once I got hired because that's cool. That's how I got the job. Hopefully that answers all of your questions. Those are the ones that I get asked the most. But now I need to actually work. So the first thing that I do is check in books. This is the most important because the drop boxes, they get full very, very quickly, especially here. I live in a very like affluent area, so we have a lot of families that live around my library. So we have a lot of kids and a lot of kids books, and any librarian or person who works at a library knows that kids books, they get out of control because there's so many of them. So here are our drop boxes. I'm in the back room right now. They are extremely full and we just cleaned them last night. So this is the indoor drop box. So it obviously was not done last night as much as it should have been, which is fine, I can do it. And then here is the outdoor one. So these are the books that accumulated overnight. That's not bad. This one is extremely heavy and this one's bad, so I'm gonna start checking in these first. The only issue is all of our carts are completely full, and this is an issue we've been having. We have volunteers that come for volunteer hours and they come and shelf for us because we literally do not have the time to be able to shelve frequently. We have 3 children's carts. Yes, literally 3 children's carts that are full of children's books at all times because we just cannot get through them fast enough. So I'm gonna check in these books and then try to figure out how I'm going to get them on the carts because there's literally nowhere to put them. So I'm honestly just going to grind this as fast as I can because I need to get this done. So I am just going to start grabbing the books out of the box and then I'm going to check them in with the date of yesterday, because people who turned everything in yesterday don't need to get fines today because they were checked in today instead of yesterday. So I'm gonna turn on an audiobook or maybe watch some YouTube videos while I do it, and let's just get into it. All right, it's an hour later. Empty. Empty. And I tried to put books on shelves or carts the best that I could, but I have all of these books that have no place. So I got this cart right here. This is a children's cart, completely full, and that's just one of 3. And I'm gonna go to the children's room and I'm going to try to shelve that entire cart within the next 30 minutes. Come back in here and then put all of these books on that cart that I just finished, and then I'll see what else I have time to do. The children's specialist, I think I've already said it, she's been on vacation for 14 days, so the children's room gets really messy. So I'm also about to just kind of do a little quick clean so I can shelve quicker and not trip over toys. Okay, I finished that children's cart. I put all of the stuff that was sitting on the counters, I put them on the cart that I just emptied, and now the cart is full again. Life story. But now I need to do the next thing that is pretty much required every single day. So the things that are most required every single day is to check in all the items from the drop boxes, because those are important so people don't get fined, and to pull holds. Those are the 2 things that we should be doing every single morning, and then trying to shelve and clean up the library is after that. This is pulling holds. I have 39 items that I need to find and check in. Basically what this means is there are 39 items in my library that have been put on order from someone from this library or someone from another library in the system, and I need to find them, check them in so they can be shipped off to the person who ordered them. So I've already found 3 of the audiobooks, and now I'm in the young adult room. This room is my favorite. All of us who work here are assigned to a room, and my friend is assigned to this room. We're also right beside a fire station, so we hear fire trucks a lot. But she's decorated it very cute. There are mushrooms hanging from the ceiling with some sparkly lights, and there's pretty like plants and flowers everywhere. So I really like this room. This one's my favorite, like decoration wise, because I feel like she decorated this room very well. But I am assigned to the adult fiction, so I handle all the adult programs and the adult fiction books and stuff. But this room is assigned to my coworker. She's a really great young adult specialist, and there's only one item on this list that is a young adult book, so let's go ahead and find it. The book is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany Jackson. So it should be down here. Unfortunately, sometimes they're just not here because they've been lost. They've been damaged. Somebody just takes them and just doesn't come to the desk to check them out. That happens quite often. I don't see it, and it might be in the back room, so I will check for it, and if we cannot find it, then I do have to cancel the hold for the purpose of we just do not have it. Now I'm in the nonfiction room. This is where all of the computers are. There's a study room back there where people can close the door and study. This room is the quiet space. This is where people have to be quiet. This is where people come to work. This is where people come to print things. And we have beautiful, huge pothos plants just covering the shelves, and these are our children's specialists. These are her plants. She brought them here because she got a cat, and you know pothos are toxic to cats, so she brought them here, and they're huge and they're beautiful. But now I have a lot of nonfiction books that I need to find, so let's see. The Occasional Human Sacrifice, Medical Experimentation and the Price of Saying No. We love that. Here we go. Found it, and then I just check it off the list, and then I go scan it in to the computer, and then it'll be shipped off to whoever needs it. The next book I need to find is The Ghost of Honolulu, A Japanese Spy by Mark Harmon. That sounds cool. Ghost of Honolulu. Boom. Okay, I'll go through 2 more books with you. I only brought 1 battery for my camera, and it's already about to die because I've been filming so much. Next is Mindful Eating on the Go, Practices for Eating with Awareness Wherever You Are by Jan Bays. 641 is the call number. Okay, well I don't know where that one is, so I'm gonna have to look in the back for it. And lastly, we have Fashion Design Essentials by Jay Cauldron. Whee, found it. Okay, I grabbed as many holds as I could. 20 minutes till we open. There have been 4 people trying to slam the door open, even though we have 4 signs outside that say we open at 1. They are pressing the handicap button over and over and over again to try to get the doors to open. They are yanking the doors open and like staring in, looking at me. Read the signs. Customer service jobs are not for me. Like, anyways, I got all my holds here. Not all of them, but a majority of them, and I'm gonna go ahead and check them in. Okay, it's 12:45. We open in 15 minutes. I have finished doing all the important stuff that I needed to do for the morning. There's still a lot of shelving that needs to be done. The person that's coming in to help me work today, I think I'm going to just let them shelve the children's room, so they won't even have to deal with people or anything. They can just shelve if they want to. I'm gonna let them do that, and then I'm just going to be sitting here at the desk for the rest of the day. I have 4 more hours left of my shift. I will be sitting here doing my job, checking books out, customer service, answering phones, library card apps, like whatever's need to be done, I will be sitting here and doing it. I'm not gonna do it on this camera because I don't wanna have the camera out here, but I will film a little bit on my phone so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. But honestly, I brought my book. I'm reading The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm almost done with it, so I may read a little bit of that. I'm also reading A Heart So Cold and Wicked by Rebecca F. Kinney on my Kindle, so I have my Kindle. But I also have my iPad out here because I have been doing some digital art on Procreate, so I've been bringing my iPad to work if I have time because it's been pretty dead the past week because of the holidays, so I'm not expecting there to be too many people today. knock on wood. And here's a little desk tour. Here's my little desk. This is my mat that I have, and then I have some cool little things here that I've made. Here's a collection of gibbets that have just been lost by what I'm assuming kids, and then they just never came and grabbed them. So I have a whole collection of random gibbets here. Some Nightmare Before Christmas things, Beanie Babies, some crafts and stuff that I have made. So here's my little desk. I also have like Webkins and I don't know, a bunch of stuff over there. As I went to go finish editing this video, I realized I never even filmed an outro. So honestly, like I said, I just sat at the desk for the rest of my shift. The shift was 4 hours. I sat there, answered phones, checked people's books out if they needed help. It was really dead, so there wasn't too many people that needed help. While I was sitting at the desk, I read some more of my book, which is A Heart So Cold and Wicked by Rebecca F. Kinney. This is a dark Krampus retelling. It has like 4 pages of trigger warning, so keep that in mind. It is very effed up, but so good. So I read to about 30% of this, and then I was just chatting with the person that came to help fill in. So I was just, you know, talking to them, learning about their life, just chatting with them. And then I just did my closing procedures, like counting the cash drawer, turning off all of the lights, turning off the computers, making sure everybody's out of the building, because some people like to hide in the building, which I wish I could let them stay, but unfortunately they can't. So I do all of that and close the building, and then I leave, clock out, and that's what I do. Most of my shifts are 8 hours. I work like 4 days a week, and my shifts consist of similar things every single day. You know, during the week, I typically do run programs for the adults and stuff like that, which was obviously not in this shift, but that's pretty much what I do. That's the gist of it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me down below. Like I said, every library is different. The requirements are different everywhere, so I don't know if I'll be able to answer it for you. I genuinely really love my job. I love my coworkers, my management, my boss. I have a very healthy work environment, which I'm very thankful for, and I've never experienced before in my life, so that's been really great. If you are looking to get a similar job and you just haven't been able to get it, just keep applying, keep trying your best, and if it's meant to be, it'll be, and it will come to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!